make a move and the bunny gets it.
I said, put the bunny back in the box. Why couldn't you put the bunny back in the box?
It's showtime.
Psychically, I'm very well endowed.
I wanna know what you're thinking. There are some things you can't hide. I wanna know what you're feeling. Tell me what's on your mind.
There we go. Finally unmuted. Hey, welcome to Monday Night Show. Got to started up kind of late. I was kind of planning this topic, and I talked myself out of it. But then a friend of mine just randomly brought up werewolves, that he was going to have werewolves in his upcoming comic. And suddenly it was like, back on the menu, okay. So tonight I'm going to talk about werewolves. I might just do a series of the Universal monsters. I happen to be a big Universal monster fan. And so it's a possibility that this might be a series. I don't know. I tend to acquire media that has to do with the Universal monsters per se, and so tonight I'm going to share some of it with you, some of my favorite stuff, and if you are a werewolf lover, maybe you'll find some new stuff to check out. Possibility. It's a possibility. Anyway, so tonight I'm going to start with the now. When people think of Universal monster and werewolf, most of the time they think of Wolfman. Okay. But the Wolfman is actually the second movie that's considered a Universal movie that came out with about a werewolf. The first one is actually, I like it better. Now, Lawrence Talbot's story is very compelling because, he didn't volunteer for this. And is tragic. It's a guy who's desperately trying to control himself and failing. And so it has a lot of resonance, emotional resonance. But the first one, the one that actually, if you've ever heard Warren Zevon's song "Werewolves of London," he got the idea for that from this movie. Okay. Now most of the time when you type it in, American Werewolf in London is going to pop up because that movie is considered a modern classic, and but the movie in question is called Werewolf of London. Okay. Now, I like it a little bit better because the man that's afflicted with lycanthropy in this one happens to be an asshole. And does a lot of underhanded stuff, and so when he gets his comeuppance, it's more enjoyable for me. Poor Lawrence getting beat to death by his father with the silver-headed cane. I don't know, it just seemed a little bit wussified, to me, that he would go down that easy. But this one, while Werewolf, Wolfman, basically everybody talks about the makeup effects. They were actually pioneered in this movie. But this guy, they kept him more of a man on the man side of Wolf. So he wasn't quite as bestial. But in some ways, it made him more terrifying to me. When you hear that somebody got, jacked up, you actually... This is more believable. To me, it's more believable. But anyway, let me play this trailer here. Now, they said it was going to clear, but if it doesn't clear, if YouTube's live algorithm says, "Oh my God, somebody's using something else that's been previously created, I've got to strike them down," Anyway, I'll be right back. But check this out.
Seize the only specimen of the Mariposa plant in England. That flower is the only known antidote for werewolfery.
A very interesting folk tale, but of no value to the police.
I warn you, sir, unless you secure this plant, there'll be an epidemic that will turn London into a shambles.
When my experiments are completed, I will show their results to the entire world. Not before.
Remember this, Dr. Glendon. The werewolf instinctively seeks to kill the thing it loves best.
You brought this on me that night in Tibet.
Sorry I can't share this with you.
It's worth a look. It's available on YouTube to watch. And they didn't really show the werewolf makeup. I got it in my thumbnail though. The guy in my thumbnail, that's what the werewolf looks like. And I don't know, it just scares me. I think it's more scary looking than Lon Chaney. To me. Anyway. Do I have an actual comment over here? Is somebody alive in my chat? Let me check. Howl at the Moon. Ow. Yep. Werewolves of London. What I really find amusing about the whole Warren Zevon Werewolves of London story, okay? Now, Warren is a typical kind of like pretentious individual. And he basically told somebody that he could turn anything into a hit record, that hit records were easy. And so somebody bet him that he could turn, the Werewolves of London into, basically just whatever they were watching at the time. And so he did it on a bet, and it turned out to be the hit that kind of like funded his whole entire career. But he badmouthed it all the way up to the day he died, and kind of like played it begrudgingly, just one of those things. No, I hate that. I mean, if people love something that you did, who are you to be a jerk about it, But he's just one of those. Case O, is that UGNG? Okay, I'm not sure what language that is, but okay, well, thank you. Welcome to the chat. Okay, anyway. Sometimes conversations happen in the chat that I don't have any idea, but it is okay. Welcome anybody. All right, now, so that's a little bit more obscure than the Wolfman movie, but definitely worth watching. It has a little bit of a better plot to me because it has like a reason for the lycanthropy. It has like a solution to the lycanthropy, and it's basically about this man's hubris, basically, and so, okay. Gavin B says, "Oh, okay, sorry." Let me bring that up. Okay, I'm not seeing it over here, but evidently he said hi. Okay, all right. Yeah, I'm not seeing it in my chat over here. Sorry about that. I do have it in my over here. Anyway, StreamYards is being weird about that lately. But anyway, welcome, Gavin. But anyway, so the thing that now another obscure thing that I really enjoy. Early in Fox, the Fox channel. The Fox channel was actually very innovative. It was it wasn't one of the big channels that was basically the networks. Okay. The federally subsidized and approved of networks. Fox was the only like cable centric channel that rose up to challenge the big channels, and because early on they were basically taking moonshots. They were just basically throwing stuff at the wall, seeing what sticks. They did things like Married with Children, Lycanthrope. Nah, I'm a misanthrope. Oh, okay. Clever. Anyway, but because Fox Channel was brand new, they were taking like shots. I mean, they genre stuff that the networks wouldn't even touch. They were taking shots on. And so one of the things that they took a shot on was kind of something along the lines of a fugitive, where a person who is running from something will stumble upon situations and solve them from week to week to week. And there's this overarching quest going on. Like the Incredible Hulk is a good example of this. And so they created this show that was kind of like the Incredible Hulk, but with a werewolf. And this guy was pursuing the guy who scratched him and or bit him and caused him to be a werewolf. And it was actually pretty well written. Now it's very, very 80s. Extremely 80s. It's got, I mean, when you see this, it's about as 80s as you can go. But it didn't last. A lot of those shows didn't stick. This one, a lot of people who are werewolf fans consider this maybe the best werewolf network television show. Because the lore was solid, is decently written, and is very consistent. And the creature effects were done by the same people who did the Howling movies. So they were very solid, very solid. Anyway, let me show you this right quick. Okay, here we go.
Tonight, you are about to begin a journey into terror.
When the world isn't the same as our minds believe, then we are in a nightmare. And nothing is worse than a nightmare. Except one you can't wake up from.
2 more kids were killed last night.
The cycle has begun. Now, there's silver bullets in that gun. You can end the curse by severing the original bloodline.
What's happening to you?
I did it. I killed last night, Kelly.
You're one of mine, aren't you?
I don't want to be like this.
You come to kill me.
You're gonna send a bounty hunter after this kid?
What the hell you got in there?
I don't know. Lock your doors. Turn off the lights. Find a chair that's comfortable and safe. Prepare yourself for Werewolf. Next. Eric Cord was just an ordinary college student until he was attacked by his roommate, a werewolf. Now he's running for his life, chased by a bounty hunter for the murder of his cursed friend. In pursuit himself of the evil werewolf Skorzeny, the source of his bloodline, a beast who must die to set Eric free. A race against time and the bloodlust that threatens to overwhelm him. Now, Werewolf, the legend continues. Weeks to come, the road Eric Cord must travel is a lonely one peopled by demons. The demon he pursues, Skorzeny, a monster who must die to end Eric's curse. The demon inside him, the bloodlust that threatens to turn Eric into a killer out of control. And the demons that plague humanity, fear, greed, guilt, and revenge. But there are other travelers on this road that renew Eric's courage and hope, the strength of friendship, the love of a family, the warmth of a young girl's heart, priceless and grasped for only an instant before they slip away. But they all remain allies in Eric's battle with evil, the evil around him and the evil within, whose name is Werewolf.
I told you that's pretty. I told you that's very, very 80s. I warned you. Chuck Connors actually plays Skorzeny, the chief werewolf he's after. I'd rather deal with a werewolf than a chupacabra. Those little demon spawns are pure evil. Yeah, we did a chupacabra episode of Cryptids and Conspiracies, and yeah, they're kind of scary. Yeah, check that episode out. We actually found a video of what might be a chupacabra. It's in a cage. It's pretty cool, pretty interesting. Anyway, so basically, this show was very much like the Incredible Hulk in that once he was in the werewolf, once he was changed into the werewolf, he was able. The lore was that he was able, Chihuahua, no, no, Chupacabra, different. Chihuahuas are scarier. Anyway, the old Fox series, watched it every week. Yep. Yeah, it's available on YouTube, evidently. I actually got it from selling the 7 Seas. I'll just say that much. It is available full download if you're into that kind of thing. So I've actually got it on a hard drive. I came upon it. It fell into my lap mysteriously. Anyway, so I've rewatched it multiple times. It's got some really solid episodes. Now, another werewolf thing that I think is worth your time is a movie that it really didn't get a lot of attention when it was out. But since then, it's kind of developed a cult following. But if you don't know about this movie, let me introduce you to it. It speaks for itself. Here you go.
Bear talks dirty.
Yeah, it's called Dog Soldiers. It has some comedic elements to it. Has a little bit of girl bossery that you're gonna see it in modern cinema. I think this is from about 2010, but in that same year, it might have been a little before 2010, but in that same year, there was another movie that came out. Appreciate it, man. Hey, Wookie. Glad you're feeling better, man. Anyway. So, basically, around the same time, they remade Wolfman. And I didn't really look at this movie because I don't know. I thought Benicio del Toro was going to be a miscast. I didn't see how a man who's obviously Hispanic is going to have a father. I mean, how he didn't look like a Lawrence Talbot to me, and then his father being Anthony Hopkins. It just seemed like a miscast to me. And so I kind of like wrote it off, and I didn't see it in the theaters, and I hadn't watched it until my friend Aaron Jordan, who I'm going to show you his book. He told me that this movie inspired him to write Wolfsbane, the book I'm going to show you in a little bit. And so I went back and watched it, reevaluated it, and I found it's actually, in my opinion, it's better than the original. Of course, it's a lot more gorier than the original could be, but I just thought that some of the decisions that they made, plot-wise, made a lot more sense. Just made a lot more sense to the story. I always thought that the original Wolfman, the ending, just didn't. It always galled me that it's just like they got to the end of it and they're like, oh well, let's just let him beat him to death with a cane, for the drama effect, and it kind of, I'm like, you got this formidable wolfman creature who's murdering people and ripping apart. It's talking about people being ripped apart, and then he gets put down by a cane just because it happened to have a silver head on it. That bothered me anyway. But so I went and watched. I went back and watched this movie, and yeah, the Benicio del Toro casting didn't get any better for me, but I was able to enjoy. I was able to, get over it and enjoy the movie a lot more than I thought I would. So it's a recommend for me. Here is the trailer.
She exerts enormous power, doesn't she?
Do you believe in curses?
Never look back, Lawrence. Never look back. Past is a wilderness of horrors.
Darkest hours of hell lie before you. Run free. Kill or be killed.
It is glorious, isn't it?
Yep. I'm sorry, but the Benicio del Toro casting, still don't like it. I mean, you have people available during that time in 2010. Hugh Jackman would have been perfect for that role, and he was definitely available. I mean, you had like Benicio del Toro just seemed like stunt casting to me, because you see all these other people who look right. They look Eastern European. They look, they just got the right look to them, the right complexion. And then you got this guy who's supposedly named Lawrence Talbot, and he don't look from there. He just doesn't. And I mean, and so he's like, well, enjoy it, bigot. Just enjoy it. He's a good actor. He's a great actor. It doesn't matter, but it does. It really, really does. But other than that, the creature effects are incredible. Anthony Hopkins is Anthony Hopkins. I mean, enough said, right? Emily Blunt does kind of drag it down a little bit. I've never really been convinced by her acting ability. I just think she's a nice set of boobs for, whatever that's worth. But anyway, so that's a recommend for me. So review Werewolf of London, Werewolf television series, the Dog Soldiers, and the Werewolf from 2010, the Wolfman of 2010, movie from 2010. I did lose some people, I guess. I upset some people. Can't be helped. If you love the movie, you'll love it. Benicio del Toro is incredible. He's an incredible actor. I just didn't think he fit. And that has nothing to do with his acting ability. It has everything to do with appropriate casting. But anyway. So, now I've got some books to show you. I'm going to start with the novels. Now, one of the best werewolf characters that I know of is in this book series here. This is Larry Correia. You don't have to worry about Larry. Larry is very based. He is a big on the Second Amendment. He is a big supporter, military guy, and this series is the Bayon, and it's very good. But the character's name is Earl Harbinger. Great name. Just an awesome name. And he is one of the most badass characters. I mean, period. The first time you get an idea that he might be, unique or supernatural is basically there's an alpha vampire down this hole. And they barely escape that guy. And Earl basically has a score to settle with this guy. And so he's like, well, lock me in. I'll go take care of this. I'll be right back. He says, I'll see you tomorrow morning. And they're like, what? So he goes down in the hole with the alpha vampire. And then he goes back with the guy's skull the next morning. And it's kind of like, that dude we barely survived. And he soloed him. What the heck? And so just a great character. This is the book that you get the most Earl in. It kind of gives his backstory and everything. This is Monster Hunter Alpha. Just great book series. It's got a lot of Cthulhu mythos, H.P. Lovecraft. It's got a actual Frankenstein's monster in it, but he's a government agent Franks, and he's just about as badass as Earl. His book is Nemesis, if you want to read that. I may have to bring him up when I do Frankenstein's monster. But anyway, it's a great series. I highly recommend this series, Monster Hunter. Just incredible book series. If Hollywood wants a new IP, tentpole, this series. Of course, they'll destroy it. But with rise of independent media, maybe Larry can get it done outside of the Hollywood system and maybe get done right. It's possible now. with AI and all this stuff coming up, it's possible all this stuff can get done without hundreds of millions of dollars. So this series, if Larry ever gets it done, I'm telling you, automatic buy, first ticket. I couldn't find the book. I'm fairly certain I loaned it out, but if I can't find it, I'm gonna have to rebuy it. But it's a Robert R. McCammon. His book is Wolf's Hour, and then he did a series of shorts based in this universe. The character's name is Michael Gallatin. His real name is Michael Galatinov, but he had to escape Russia as the last of his kind werewolf. And he's in Wolf's Hour, he's an agent that the SAS calls upon to do kind of like wet work missions and some other stuff like that. But it's a really great series. Werewolf as a secret agent. That sounds. How does that work? It works. Robert R. McCammon is one of the greatest writers of our day. He should be bigger than Stephen King. But because he's a Southerner, he gets buried. Stephen King himself has said that Robert R. McCammon kicks his butt. But alas, here we are. He also wrote one of the best vampire novels called They Thirst. If you want to, I may bring that up for the vampire when I do a vampire show. Anyway, so that is the novels. Let me show you the comics that I have. Okay. So this one is War Party. This is Rampart Press. Let me get it lined up. Okay. Rampart Press. It's set during the French and Indian War. And this is a gentleman to avenge his wife and save his child. He agrees to a transformation from this Indian maiden named Shaman. So do I have her? Yep. Her name is Dayani. There you go. It's Diani. I think I got it. Yep. So Murphy is he's not afraid to show you a little bit of flesh. So let's just say you get these comics, you will see pretty much everything that you hope to see. Anyway, so that's War Party. It's a great series. The last book is going to be out very shortly. And so that's not a George R.R. Martin thing. He's going to have... It's done. We're going to see the end of it. Wolf and Batsy. This is Brian Baugh. It's his series. Wolf and Batsy. And make sure I got it lined up. There you go. But it's about a vampire lady and her werewolf friend. It's kind of cutesy pie gore horror. It sounds like those things shouldn't fit together, but they do very well. he's got, I don't know which one he's up to, but I think he's in the teens right now. Might be pushing 20 of these, but they're all cool. I think I've got up to 12 myself. Okay, now this Perfect 10, but the reason why I'm bringing up Perfect 10 is inside this particular book. Now, he doesn't make it all the way to the end of the series, unfortunately. Let me find it. But there's a this dude right here. This really scary dude right here. His name is Crimson. Whoop. Make sure you see him. It's got like a really cool look to him. Okay, let me find it. Come on. There it is. He's got like this really, really cool look to him. His name is Crimson. And I don't know that he's a werewolf per se. He does change back to human. But it doesn't seem to like something he does voluntarily. Here's the money shot. Right there. That's the money shot. Look at that guy. Just a really cool character. That I really liked. I liked the design of him. He had a great personality. Threw off a lot of great one-liners. But he did have an expiration date, unfortunately. I'll just say that much. All right. Got a comment? Let me grab that right quick. Gorgeous. Some Werewolf by Night. The main character's name is Jack Russell. Yeah. Yeah, Jack Russell. I don't have any Werewolf by Night except for the introduction of Moon Knight, which happened in Werewolf by Night. But yeah, his name was Jack Russell. It's just kind of goofy, but I like it. Anyway, so this is the first Wraith of God book, right here, and this particular comic had sorry guys, I'm having a delay here on my there we go. But this particular comic had werewolves as the big bad. And it's a really great story. Really cool. It's a good series. It's the second book kind of fell off a little bit where they did some vampires. But it really found its footing in the third one. But I think the second one was basically because he was trying to do too much with that particular one. But this guy here, this is from Mythicals. He's a member of the Mythicals team. Kind of not happy about it. First time, basically, this is a knockdown drag out that happens the first time he sees the vampire guy, and you're like, oh, I don't think those two are friends. Here's a great cover. It's just a great cover. Check it out. Let's make sure. Yep, that's just a great cover. But he's a real cool character. Now, my friend Belmont, a few years ago, he put out a series called Smokes the Fox. And Smokes the Fox is a hybrid. So technically, the guy chasing him is not a werewolf per se. Werewolf is basically, there has to be like a transformation take place. He's more of a wolf man. But look at this cover. He's called the Weaponized Werewolf. His name's Cheney. And look at this cover. I am probably going to get struck just for showing this. But look at that. Just a really cool cover. Let me make sure I get it centered. There it goes. Anyway, so this is Weaponized Werewolf, which was the, both of them were written by Mike Barron. This one was drawn. Let's see. So, let's see who drew this. He's always bragging about the artist he gets. I don't want to tell you the wrong thing. But, so the penciler is Barry McLean, Jr. Inker is Rodney Ramos. And, the cover was Tim Vigil. And, Kyle Ritter and Zevius colored it. My friend Zevius. So, just a really cool book. I don't know where he's selling these now, but if you get a hold of Belmont, I know he's got plenty of copies of that. Let me see. Not gorgeous. All these weird things, yeah. Yep, gotta run, y'all. Have a great night, and God bless. All right, see you, Wrangler. Thanks for coming by. All right, now, this last one here, this is my friend Aaron's comic. It's called Wolf's Bane. Now, this is the Universal Monster version of the cover. Let's see. So this is Universal Monster cover. The whole thing's in black and white. I just thought that was really cool. The piece of art on the back too. But basically, he has decided to reissue this. So he's basically putting out a brand new series because he never really liked his writing. And he wasn't really sold on the artist that he used. But now that he has more resources, he went back and fixed all the problems he had with the script and got a new artist. And everything is just incredible. I backed it on Kickstarter. I can't wait to see it. But Wolf's Bane's a great series. Great writer. Aaron Jordan's a great writer. So, basically, you got, if you love werewolves, all those things that I showed you tonight are high recommends. Give you new stuff. Probably stuff that you haven't seen before. So next time you reach for American Werewolf in London, maybe do Dog Soldiers. Or next time you decide to check out Werewolf Man, maybe check out Werewolf in London. reevaluate the 2010 Wolfman movie like I did. And see if you can find that series. I'm pretty sure that it's available on YouTube. The Wolfman series. I think it's available on YouTube. If it's not, there are torrent sites that can give you the whole entire series. It could use a 4K upgrade, but I don't think I'm going to do that. But with AI, maybe somebody can do it themselves. We don't necessarily need the mainstream to do stuff for us anymore. Which is both a blessing and a curse. We'll find out. But yeah, check that series out. Check out the Monster Hunter series, if you haven't, by Larry Correia. While you're checking that out, try the Grim Noir. The Grim Noir Chronicles. That's a mouthful. But I think the Grim Noir Chronicles, the trilogy, is maybe the best 3-book series. And you talk about Girl Boss, Faye Vera. Oh my God. Talk about Girl Boss. But he does it right. I mean, he does it legitimately right. You know why she is the way she is. By the end of it. But, so Larry Correia, anything but Larry Correia. But the Monster Hunter series is definitely high recommend. Okay. Now, I think the reason why we like werewolves is because, that fight, we all fight against the animal side in us, I think. I don't believe in evolution, but I do think that all humanity has the potential for evil, for bestiality. Well, not bestiality, but the bestial, to be more bestial. Bestiality too, I guess. But, not specifically. Anyway, and so I think it appeals. I think it appeals to us. Now, I checked my wrenches on my channel, and there's a wrench that I gave out a couple years ago. And if you've been on Michael Bancroft's channel and any of the channels that were part of the crack pack, like D-Wag, any of those guys, then you would see a mod extraordinaire, the Link Master. His name was Felix Haas. He even came on my channel. I gave him a wrench at some point, but he came on my channel and dropped links for me. Even my small channel with its 4 concurrent viewers, evidently. And he never asked for anything in exchange. He encouraged everybody. He pushed campaigns like they were his own. He didn't get into any arguments in the chat. He was the only mod I ever saw that when he timed people out, they didn't get mad at him. And I don't know how he did that. Usually the people that you have to time out, you wind up cussing you and denigrating you on X or whatever. But it's like when he timed you out, you felt like it was no hard feelings. You felt like, okay, well, Felix timed me out, then I deserved it, But like, I don't know what Felix's real name was. We all use pseudonyms on here, almost all of us. But it turns out he passed away back in January. And as most things online, you wind up being one of the last to know. I still don't know what happened to my friend Norm. Norm Leinert. And, as a reminder, when I found out my friend Zevius had been suffering from cancer and I didn't even know, I'd been asking him about some work that he owed me. But I didn't know he was behind because he was sick. But when you're online, I knew that Felix hadn't been modding lately. He'd had his, some kind of infection. These days, with the way things are, an infection can take you out. It seems like we've gone backwards medical-wise. Cancers no longer seem treatable. A simple infection no longer can be taken care of. So I don't know what happened to our medical. But evidently he passed away in January. I'm not a big channel, but he did show up. He dropped links, and every time I showed up on Bancroft's channel, he treated me like an old friend. He treated me like Norm from Cheers. And there's not very many people who acknowledge me like that. I don't make a lot of waves. I'm not in a lot of chats, but Felix always saw me when I showed up. Acknowledged me. He did it to everybody. And these chat rooms tend to be like the local bar. And you go there to hang out with your buds, watch the show. And like Bancroft has a whole entire litany, a whole entire lore, a whole entire system of in jokes. And going to the local bar, there's going to be an empty stool. And there's a wrench I'm retiring. I don't want to retire. Anyway, farewell Felix Haas, the Link Master, from here at Rabbit Hole. You're going to be missed. Anyway, that's been Cooper for Telepathic Bunny Comics. Follow the White Rabbit. We'll see you next time. Have a good night. And sorry for the delay. There we go. Bye, everybody.